What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? TBJ, Revis, Tallboy, we're live for another episode of the Lab Tech Show. My name is Tallboy, and you know how we do things. And we're here to start another episode of Tech News. We will be live in less than 1 minute. And as always, we're here to simplify tech in a language that you can understand. So why don't you do me a favor and tell us where you're watching from. Let us know in the city and state in the chat where you're watching from. We definitely would appreciate that. And we will get this show started now, shall we say. Connect to a live station. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah. City and state, welcome to the Lab Tech Show. It is another edition, and yeah, what we do. Let us know, city and state, where you're watching from. There you go. There's the map. Let us know where you're watching from. Put it in the put it in the chat. There you go. Welcome. Awesome Fun Thing said he was first. That's what's up. Shout out to Hit the Spot 1006, and of course, Revis. How you doing, man? How was your week, man?
I'm doing pretty well. We've been a little hectic, but hey, I'm here.
That's what's up, man. Well, look, this is what it is. This is what we're talking about. Fly with Uber, ad field projectors, AT&T AI Receptionist. What is an eSIM? And Revis is going to break down cash. Is it money or something else? It is the Lab Tech Show. Let's get this show going. And one, two, audio. We should have audio. Am I not live? Mic check.
She said, "Is it just me, or is audio choppy?" I'm turning my volume up real quick. Let's see.
We do have
Say
audio.
something.
We do have audio. I do hear myself. Okay, so we have a minor tech issue, but I'm hearing myself. So am I choppy or is it Shirley P? I just want to be respectful because Shirley is a OG to the family.
Oh, it sounds good to me.
Okay, well,
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
Shirley, just come back in, and like I said, we're here to help you just as equally as you're helping us if we have some issues. So thank you so much for pulling up, and I'm sorry that you're having some issues on your side, but we want to make sure everybody gets taken care of. All right. Is it just me or okay? It sounds good now. That's what she say. All right. Well, that's what it is. Um, we got some rules to the show, and we're gonna let TBJ break down those rules. Here we go, TBJ. Then we're gonna get into the show.
Uh-oh, what's up, everybody? Hey, TVJ in the building. What they say? You can't touch this. Yeah, you can't touch this. Welcome, everybody. It's another edition of the Lab Tech Show. Look, this is how you can participate. Now, you know you can watch on your phone, your TV, or your PC. Now, you know we just want you to rock with us. Come on, rock with us. You know what I'm saying? Now, look, we need you to comment and tell a few people what we're doing. Why don't you share the link out with one of your friends? You can do that, can't you? Don't forget to hit the like button, y'all. Now, look, we like to keep this thing 100, so we're about to be authentic, and we definitely like to show some transparency. So it's here. This technology is here. So what you gonna do about it? All you can do is learn about it and implement it. All right, tall boy, I gave the people the rules to the show, and a personal shout out to James Hicks for talking about that Apple technology last week. I know you're gonna do your thing this week. So back to you, tall boy. Back to you.
All right, welcome Sheila Baker. I see awesome fun things in the comments, and he's out there rolling in the streets of Pennsylvania. Thank you so much for tapping in, and I'm pretty sure you'll tap in when you get a chance. Uber, do you know they're over here trying to do some things, Revis? They're saying they want you to book with Blade to where you can now fly from destination to destination. Can you believe this? You can
that's something different.
soon book a helicopter on Uber in the United States. Now, Uber's leveling up. They said they're linking up with a company called Blade, and this is the helicopter and seaplane people. I'm not familiar with them, never heard of them before, but they let you book rides from the app. And you know how traffic is in New York, about an hour or more to get to the airport, right? It's crazy. The traffic does not make any sense, and they're charging about $89, $90 just to go from LaGuardia to JFK, right? So neither here nor there. For $195 a person, you can hop on a chopper, a bird, and be at JFK in 5 minutes. Real talk. This whole thing is happening after a company called Joby Aviation, which is building zero-emission electric air taxis. They bought Blade's passenger business, and they said it's a whole new era of travel. And it's not going to go live until about 2026, but they're letting you know that, hey, we are about to be open for business. Now, if you just need a seat on the helicopter to the airport from Manhattan to JFK or Newark, it's $195 per person. But if you got a whole family up to 8 people, you can charter the whole helicopter for around $2,000. Now, they also got season passes for places like the Hamptons, or a Hampton summer pass for $3,100, and it lets you fly at a fixed rate for $70.95 a flight. And a pass for Southampton is about $15.75, which gets you unlimited flights for $5.95 each way. So basically, this is definitely for folks that's got a couple coins, and they got options. Now, once you touch down from the helicopter, you're not left hanging. The whole service is about seamless VIP experience. They have a Blade vehicle, which is going to be right there waiting for you as soon as you land and drive you to the rest of the way to your departure terminal. So you can go from the sky to a quick ride on the ground. And it's all taken care of for you. I'm not making this up. They're trying to make the whole thing as smooth as possible so you don't lose that time you just saved in the air. And they do have a strict luggage policy because space and weight on these choppers, it's not a plane. All right, let's be real. So for a regular seat flight, you're only allowed to bring one carry-on bag and one personal item. The whole thing together can't be more than 25 pounds. They'll weigh and measure your stuff before you get on, so you don't try to smooth talk them, try to be slick. They're gonna weigh your stuff, and if it's overweight, you're gonna get hit with a fee. All right. So if you got more bags, or if you got extra of your overweight, got to pay for an upgrade. And they got a special option that gives you more space and a higher weight limit, up to 65 pounds across 2 bags. Or if your bags are too big for even that, they got a partnership with a service called Tote Taxi that can pick up your luggage ahead of time and get it to the airport for you for an extra fee. So you can fly over and then they'll just have your bags commute over, via tote taxi. Now, for real, if you're traveling with a bunch of stuff, plan ahead or you'll be paying for a whole lot more. All right. So since Joby Aviation, the company that's building those electric air taxis, bought Blade's passenger business, it's all a part of a bigger plan. Joby already linked up with Delta Airlines, so Delta passengers already can earn their Sky Miles on a regular Uber rides and can even use Uber Eats for their orders. So the plan is for the new chopper service to eventually be a part of the whole system. So when you book one of these fancy air rides through the Uber app, you'll be able to earn your Delta Sky Mile points. And if you're a frequent flyer with them, that you definitely can take advantage of it. All right. Now, in New York City, they got a couple of main spots from Manhattan. You can fly out of West 30th Street Heliport or the East 34th Street Heliport. And they also have a spot at the downtown Manhattan Heliport on Pier 6. I'm not from New York, so if you're from New York, you kind of have an idea of where all this kind of stuff, where all this stuff is. And they'll fly you directly to the big airports like JFK, Newark Liberty International. And they did not say anything about LaGuardia. So I guess JFK or Newark. And they're saying if you're in Southern Europe, they'll send you to the French Riviera, Nice, Monaco, and Cannes. I think that's what it is. And now the seaplanes are landing in spots like the Hamptons, with landing in places like Sag Harbor and East Hampton. So Sag Harbor and East Hampton. They not moving up the Sag Nasty, Revis. They just not going up there.
Oh, my goodness.
So they got destination landing pads and spots to get you to where you need to be. Now, time is money, so this could be a good idea. You've been on this earth long enough to know your time is more valuable than anything. So bypassing that hour gridlock traffic for a 5-minute flight, that $195 to not stress out, might be worth it. Less stress, more success, and the ultimate flex. Let's be real, pulling up in a helicopter is a statement. It's a way to show you've arrived and you're not playing no games. It's a status symbol, Revis. I'm a boss and I move a little different. I like this play for $195. Now, the price tag. Some people might say $195 is a lot of bread, for a ride to the airport, and it ain't for the everyday person. So it really widens the gap between, the people who got it and the people who don't. And they're also saying it's all about weather. Helicopters are super sensitive to weather, a little fog, some wind or a thunderstorm, and your ride to the airport could be canceled or delayed, leaving you stranded. I'm saying stranded. I'm sorry, man. Leave you stranded or scrambling for a plan B. So I got to ask the audience before I ask Revis what is his thoughts on this. What do you think of Uber taking flights? One, I like how Uber is moving. Two, Uber has other problems it needs to address. It's a partnership. Why not? 4, too expensive. 1 through 4, let me know in the comments. If you're watching on your phone, all you got to do is let us know. What do you think of Uber taking flights? Revis, talk to me.
I think they're doing too much. Where's this thing gonna land us? We already have too much trouble with the airways now. Where's this thing gonna land at? It's gonna be too much traffic out there for the airports, and well, look at it. And then it's too expensive, and I can't afford nothing like that. And I don't even know if I want to be on a helicopter ran by Uber. Is it going to be a pilot or is it going to be autonomous? Look at here. There's a lot of questions here.
Now, Revis, come on now. Like I know, that it's going to be a licensed pilot. They partnered with a company called Joby Aviation. So they're saying, hey, we have our heliports. So all you do is land from one airport and you need to get to the other airport, or you need to get to Manhattan. Instead of you taking the subway or you taking an Uber and sitting in traffic, you can now be there in 5 minutes. Now, the only problem that I have is the bag fees, because the baggage weight. That's what my gripe is, right? if this pulls off
Okay.
successfully, this could be something for people that live out in LA to where Shirley P could take advantage of this. This could be Miami to Fort Lauderdale for Sheila, who lives down in Florida. Maybe it can get you from Atlanta to Buckhead in Atlanta. Maybe Detroit to maybe Lansing, or Detroit to, well, I don't know any other city in in Michigan that people
Bishop Airport in Flint. Hey,
no, ain't nobody going to no Flint. Ain't nobody going to Flint. Maybe O'Hare to, what's the other airport in Chicago? I can't think of the other airport that's over there. So if this is successful, they have an opportunity to do something. But I mean, this could be they're doing too much, as some people are saying. I mean, but I'm looking at it as, what's wrong with the partnership? There can't be nothing wrong with that. But that $195, that $2,000, ooh, that price tag. But in all fairness, if you have priced an Uber or you've priced a taxi from JFK to LaGuardia, it's $75, $80. So you're only paying an extra $115 for a 5-minute flight. I'm willing to try it at least once. I'm not saying I got $195 to just shell out, but I'm thinking, for what I'm about to pay, what's $200 when you can be there in 5 minutes, and you're getting white glove service all the way from the time you land all the way to your destination. For $195, come on now, pay a couple extra dollars, and they can have your bags toted from one airport to the other. They'll pick it up, and you just walk in style. You're getting your Delta airline points. If they had Southwest points, I would be even more happier, because I don't really, I'm not on the Delta level, but I'm there, but I'm not fully there, if that makes sense. But I don't know. Revis, any other thing?
yeah, I'm gonna wait for Amazon to get in. Hey, it's just the moment. Amazon couldn't get in on this.
All right. Well, look, y'all said too expensive. I can't see myself doing nothing like this. Too much. What's up, Stuart? How you doing, man? He said this is too much. I can't pay it. And Stuart lives in New York. He's like, I'm not paying that $195. I'll just take the subway. I'm not mad at it. Okay. All I can do is just let you know the tech news. That's all Tall Boy can do, is say, this is the tech news. You can now fly from one airport to another. You don't have to sit in traffic. You can be there in 5 minutes. That fair? That's fair. That's all I can say.
It's fair for the people. Awesome Fun Thing said he can't wait. He want to try it. $195. Hey.
Sheila Baker says better time management. I can save. And who else would they say? The have and have nots already have private jets, but not everybody. Well, I mean, Shirley, I mean, everybody is not able on that. But $195, I could see somebody flexing and saying, I'm gonna do that. I could see somebody flexing. Air traffic control.
Now you said you want to try it.
Mm-hmm,
you said you would try it, but what is the height requirement?
Look, I've been in smaller, so I'll find a way to make it work, brother. I'll find a way to make it work. Don't. Why you got to mess up my happiness, man? I'll be scrunched up. It's a 5-minute ride. I've been in Ubers and Bolts and Lyfts that are much smaller. I'm pretty sure. The question is my bags. Can I keep my bags at that's my problem, because the camera bag is about 75 pounds by itself.
I do have a problem with Uber, though, a little bit.
Okay.
Remember when we was in Vegas? And I ordered the Uber. I had to get in all these old ugly ass cars, and then that one day, I ordered a car, and you took it, and it was a Mercedes Benz. I never had an Uber Mercedes. I'm just saying. It's a car. Why I gotta always get in the little scratched up car?
It's a car.
Give me a nice luxury. See, you used to the luxury. I guess I'm not.
Don't do me like that. Look, don't do me like that, Revis. That's all I'm saying. Don't do me like that. Well, look, y'all heard it here first. You can take your flight from one airport to another, 5 minutes, $195. You can't beat that. $2,000 if you got up to 8 people. The only problem is your weight on your bags. All right. TBJ, talk to the people, man.
What's going on, everybody? I'm back. That's right. Y'all gonna be flying with Uber. Y'all gonna be taking them international trips. Maybe down to the Hamptons. I don't know. Y'all got some coin? Let me hold a couple dollars. Look, before we get into the word of the day, let me tell you what's on tap for tonight. Ad field projectors. AT&T AI Receptionist? What? And then what is an eSIM? I mean, I know y'all got them iPhones, so and even some of the new Android phones is talking about eSIM. So we're gonna talk about that. So look, right now we're about to get into the word of the day, and my personal partner Revis, he gonna talk about this word called cash. You got some money? You got some cash? Maybe not that kind of cash. Well, look, let me play my theme song for my boy, and ladies, sing the song for me. Tall boy, rotate.
Hey, Mr. Sexy Man, what your name
Y'all
is?
jamming, ain't y'all?
What your name is? Hey, Mr. Sexy Man, what your name is? What your name is?
He's somewhere in the United States, from LA to New York. Where are you, Revis? Don't forget to honk the horn.
Revis, my boy, what's going on, man? From trucks to planes or helicopters.
Yeah, for real though. Hey, I'm going TBJ. Nice to see you, man.
Yeah, I had to talk to Tallboy about your Sexy Man song, so he played it to make sure you got a smile on your face. You know what I'm saying, player? I got you.
Look here. I got a good idea. How about you and I and Tallboy? Yes, we'll wait to awesome fun thing. Order that $2,000 plane and helicopter, and then we'll all just ride with him. How about that?
Yeah, but 2,000 is for 8 people. That's what they're saying. So 195 a
That's
person
all right.
or 8
That's
people.
all right. We won't take all the people. Look, we won't take all the space up. That means he has places for the people that he wants else to go. Who else he want to go?
Oh, well, maybe Shirley, Sheila, hit the spot, Mama D. You know, you gotta get your day ones. You know what I'm saying? You know, you gotta have a day
Right, right.
one. Yeah. So, where you at these days, man?
I am actually in Durant, Oklahoma.
Oh, Durant, Oklahoma. What's so special about Durant?
Uh, Nothing really. Uh, they got a casino here, and I'm right here by the casino. But it's a little industry here. I think they have some farms and uh some kind of factories here that process meat.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we got this word of the day, player, called cash. Now, they got a verb and a noun version. So, I don't know how you're going to break it down, but the cash, I'm going to give you a sentence. I know I can't give you this. Yeah, I might be able to give you a sentence, player. Cash is a hiding place, especially for concealing and preserving provisions or implements. A secure place of storage, and then also a computer memory with a very short access time used for storage of frequently or recently used instructions or data. Now that's the noun version, Revis. The verb says to place something in a cache as the place or store in a hidden or secure place for safety and concealment. Man, this is interesting, Revis. The way the sentence reads, they say my phone's slow cause the cache full. About to clear it out. Or man, this computer acting brand new. I bet the cache backed up again. Break it down, Revis.
You know, I really thought that was an interesting word because I remember trying to save something and it told me that my cash was full, you know, and I was like, if my cash is full, why are my pockets empty? It must be the wrong kind of cash here. Um, I was thinking about this word, and it's just it kind of correlates with the word from last week because it is a hiding place. and this is where you hide your letters and your mail and everything. They stay hidden. And one of the funny things about the cache is that it helps when you search for something. So therefore, when you have a cache, you know how you look at something on Facebook or any social media, and you uh, look at it, and the next time you go in, you start seeing all these ads for the same thing, or you start typing in something, and the first thing it's going to go to is going to go to the cache. It's going to go and try to figure out what the heck you're talking about. The cache actually speeds up the process of looking for something. So I'm going to give you a little example, and I'm going to use my friend. Yes, my friend hit the spot 1006 because, you know, she's just a good person to use right now. So hit the spot 1006 has this special chair, and this chair plugs into the wall, and it vibrates, it massages, it has heat. But in the left armrest, there is a hidden cooler. And that cooler allows you to maybe have 3 cans of soda, or let's just say Ice House beer or something. And in the right armrest, she has maybe some pretzels or a bag of chips or something so she can snack on. So on Wednesdays, what she like to do is she like to sit in her chair and watch the lab tech show on Roku and have her phone in her hand so she can comment. And when she does that, she gets a little thirsty and she like to have her little snack. So she opens up her hidden cache there, and she pulls out an ice house, and then she reaches on the other side and she grabs a bag of chips, and she has her beer and she has her chips. Now on Sunday, when she's watching the Lions beat the Bears, 21-52 or something like that, she sits down in her chair and she's watching the game, and she drinks her other 2 beers, and she goes in and she gets the rest of her snacks, and she forgets to put it back in there. So when Wednesday come back around, and I'm talking about the cash, and she sit down, now she has to go in here, and her stuff isn't there no more. It's her hidden compartment. So, there's a thing called the cash fix, and there's it's in other words, it's accessible to you. And then she sits down, and all of a sudden there's no ice house there. Now she got to walk all the way to the refrigerator and all that. She don't have to do that when she could keep her cash full. And the cash is just a hidden spot where she stores things away, and then when she needs it, it sits there and it's accessible to her, and it's a lot faster. So we're going to say cash is one of those things. It's a hidden spot that makes things a little bit more accessible to you, make things faster, and kills time. Sort of like the Uber helicopter. It's a little bit more accessible. It kills time, gets you to one place to the next place a lot faster.
That was a long story, player, but I think I got it. I think I got it. So basically, something that's hidden or concealed. So another sentence could be, I got a whole cache of snacks in the cabinet, so don't act like we starving. Is that something like that?
Right, right. Well, I got a whole cache of snacks in my right armrest.
Okay. What about I keep a secret cache of hot sauce packets in my glove box, just in case?
Just in case, and some wet naps, just in case you spill some somewhere.
All right. Well, you know the routine. We like to let the audience say how you did on the word of the day. Here we go. How did Revis do on the word of the day, y'all? 1, on your phones if you're watching. I like this breakdown. 2, you were right. You were doing good, but you kept going. You were doing good, but you kept going. 3. I never knew what this really meant. Thank you. 4. His new nickname is the Energizer Bunny. 5. I just want to give Revis a hard time. 1 through 5. Let us know in the comments how did Revis do on the word of the day. Uh-oh. Talk to the people.
I got a, I got a 6 for him.
Uh-oh. What's the 6?
6 is, dang, I want one of them chairs hit the spot 1006 got.
But they don't know what it looked like, player. Only she do.
Oh, just imagine it's a chair that vibrates and it has heat, and then they got a cache. They got cache on both sides. One, they got a cooler on one side, and then they got a place to hide your snacks on the other side. I want one of them myself. I made that stuff up, but it sounds good. I want one.
Okay. All right. Well, you look. You getting some ones around here. I see you. Look at you. They not even hating on you today. Oh man, everybody
Right.
in the building. We waiting on Mama D's response. Waiting on Mama D to tell us how you did, but you getting ones all the way down the board, player. I see you. You doing your thing. uh,
I'm gonna vote for number 6 because I want one of them chairs.
oh my God, I can't. See, this is why we say his new nickname is the Energizer Bunny. He just keep going and going and going. See, that's what Mama D and Awesome Fun Thing said. We ain't got time for all of that, player. Just say the definition and keep it moving, player. Oh man. But look, y'all gotta forgive my personal partner because he was on a roll, but I think his breakdown was a little too long. But we ain't gonna hate on him, y'all. Look, we got 14 more weeks. We're gonna show you some tech words that you probably never heard of. Maybe you heard them, but you did not know how they actually roll, if that makes sense. So we did phishing, we did encryption. Today was cache. So now when you hear these words, when you're using your phone, your computer, or any of your smart devices, you have an idea of what that is, all right? So we try to put it in a language you can understand. All right, Revis, you going to hang out with us or you going to ride out, player?
Actually, I'm working. I've been driving at midnight at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I have to go at midnight again tonight. So I am not going to stick around today. So I'm gonna have to leave Tarboy to himself this week, and hopefully we can do better next week.
Okay, well, that's what's up. Well, you be safe out there on the road. The truck doing all right? It ain't broke down on you or nothing like that now, did it?
No, the truck has been doing great, and I'm going to give it an oil change here in the next couple days.
Well, we love that. So you stay safe out there in Durant, Texas. And we look forward to seeing where you be at next week. All right? You be good, player. Be safe on that road.
That's Durant, Oklahoma.
Oh, Durant, Oklahoma. Okay. Well, we got you. We got you. Be safe on the road, player. Be safe on the road.
All right, thank you. See y'all next week. Love y'all.
Back to you, Tall Boy. Back to you.
All right, guys. Revis and TBJ, this is what they do. Durant, Oklahoma, a bag. I mean, nobody even saw what the bag looked like. And he talking about it's a secret compartment and it's got vibration stuff to it. I don't know. That's his breakdown. Like Awesome Fun Things and Mama D said doing too much. He just kept going and going. And all he had to do is just say it. But hey, y'all got the breakdown. Let's find a way to use cache in a sentence throughout the week. All right. Poll question. You see it in the chat, but we're gonna do it here. Let us know right here. Who is your phone carrier? Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, Metro PCS, Mint, or somebody else? Who is your phone carrier? How are you rolling? Let us know in the comments. 1 through 6. Let me know, and we'll see how we can make that work. Okay. So yeah, let me go ahead and make sure. Let's see. Yeah. So let us know who is your phone carrier. Let us know in the comments. And now you ain't got one of them government phones, whoever put in number 6 now, is it? Or you got an international line, international hotline. So let us know. So, and we're going to talk a little bit about why I'm asking this question right now, a little bit later on in the show. but it's nothing bad. It was just a poll question. Who is your phone carrier? And Tallboy rocks with T-Mobile. I'm actually looking at Mint, and there's a possibility that I may make the switch in the next year or two. But I just wanted to just see how are you guys moving around. All right. So with that being said, some people are saying Boost, some people are saying other, and nobody's rocking with the T-Mobile, AT&T, or Metro PCS family. Okay, all right, I'm not knocking it. I get it. No. As long as the phone ring when I call, that's all that matters. This is what you guys said. All right, it is what it is. All right, here we go. Let's get back into the show. And what I mean by that is, got a situation here. The new TV. There's a new way to watch TV, and the question is, do you think that you would be doing this in the near future, or do you think, nah, I'm not really feeling it? Welcome to the age of ultra cheap ad filled projectors. Watching TV on a projector. Would you be open to doing something like that? Well, let me tell you what this is. Roku. They came out with a new Arzen projector called the D1R Cube. And the reason is not to give you a cheap way to get your Netflix on, what they say, Netflix and chill. They said for a bigger screen, they want to give you a bigger screen. That's basically what they're saying. And for $250, you can get a full-on cinema setup with Roku TV operating system built in. So all your apps, plus free movies and live TV are all right there. And basically it's got dual speakers. You can even connect it to your other smart home stuff and devices like Apple AirPlay and Bluetooth. It's not a top tier projector, so the picture isn't the brightest, especially if you got the lights on. But if you're in a dark room or maybe in the backyard for a movie night, it can get the job done. It's supposed to be a super easy setup with autofocus and everything, so you really don't have to worry about setting up all the stuff. It's literally a plug and play. Plug in the projector, make sure your Wi-Fi is connected, open up your Roku, download your apps that you like, and boom, you're good to go, right? You definitely need the internet connection to get started. So the whole point of this is that Roku TV, you need to have the internet to activate it. So to set up your account and download all those apps that you want to watch, and you got to be on Wi-Fi, of course, right? And basically Roku's whole business model is built on ads. So you're going to get this projector, but they're going to give you ads, and that's why they can sell the devices for so cheap. And they're saying you're going to see them, and we're not just talking about commercials. They got pop-ups, and when you're watching their free channel, you're going to get more ads, and they're basically saying you'll see them on the home screen and even on your screensaver. You'll see them like in the corner, or maybe a top banner ad, or maybe a bottom banner ad. And basically they're saying some folks have been real heated about ads, but considering the price, could you really be mad? $250 for a TV, a projector? Well, I'm not going to say TV. $250 for a projector. You're going to get something. There are so many ways you can try to limit the personalized ones, like going into the privacy settings and telling Roku to limit the tracking, but you can't really get rid of all of them without, knowing how to really just go into the ecosystem of Roku and saying, I want to block all of the ads. So you're going to put some type of ad blocker on there. Now, look, this is 1080p. It looks dim unless it's dark. It's got the HDMI ports, got the USB ports, got autofocus, dual band Wi-Fi. And if you want to watch your own movies, your best bet is to use a USB drive. So, you want to download a movie, you can plug in a USB stick and boom, you can watch a movie. And it's not like a hard drive. So you're not meant to save all your films and pictures on it. But if you want to stream something, you can. Now, they're saying 5 benefits of going with this projector. And I'm not talking about just necessarily this one Roku projector, but they're saying this could be the new TV by using Roku, this Arzen projector. And they're saying that it's simple and straightforward. forwarded, simple and straightforward. I don't know why I'm just tongue twisted today. Simple and straightforward. The guided setup and autofocus means you don't have to be a tech guru to get it, to work. It's just all about simplicity. Saves you a couple dollars. A few $100s is way more affordable than those big ticket projectors. And a one and done. With Roku TV built in, you don't need extra gadgets like a streaming stick. It's an all-in-one box that keeps things clean and easy. It's easy to move. It's a cube. So it's small and light. You can move it around the house or take it with you on a trip. It's super convenient. Now, like I said, the dim picture, ads on ads, and picture quality. These are things that you might want to look at before you make that decision on this projector. Now, the question that I have for you is, do you think that this is worth it? Do you think you could see yourself saying, oh my God, do you think you could see yourself using this? What do you think of ad-filled projectors? It's a different viewing experience. I would invest in a quality projector. And the other questions, they just did not pop up. So let me know, one or two. Do you think, what do you think of ad-filled projectors? I don't know why this is acting up on me, but it is what it is. There was supposed to be some more questions here, but let's just go with this. It's a different viewing experience. I would invest in a quality projector. And I think I was like, it was too expensive. I mean, I would invest in another projector. I think that was like question number 3, but I forgot what the other the other 3 questions were. Neither here nor there. Could you see yourself investing in a projector as your new TV viewing experience? That's what I really want to know. Let's see what the comments are saying over here. Sounds good on paper, says Lisa Maria. And I think it's really just at the end of the day, giving you a different viewing experience. Is this where technology is going? You already have the Amazon Fire TV, but instead of having the big screen TV, you can just take up your whole wall. You can say, all right, let's go in the backyard and get a projection screen or put it up against the side of the wall and we can watch our favorite movie through the summer, or maybe go to a pool party and I have something like that. Just an idea. So let me show you what this projector looks like. And I'm not here, what's the phrase I'm looking for? I am not endorsing this projector. I'm just saying that this is the one that has Roku built in. I'm pretty sure in the coming months or by the holiday season, you'll see other projectors. But they're saying that this is the world's first Roku TV smart projector. And these are some of the benefits that it offers. And so this could be your new viewing experience as opposed to saying I have a TV all over the house or in every room. Can you see yourself saying I want to go the projector route as opposed to going the TV route? Just something new, a different experience. That's all. $250. Do you think it's worth the spend? That's the $1 million question. Ray Wright says that is too bad. This is too bad. I don't like this trend. Well, they're trying to get sales, Ray. Might be a good fit for family, says Shirley. Yeah, you're right. Might be. This could be the new viewing experience. So we're showing it to you now because somebody's going to have this in their house. Somebody's going to use this next summer. Graduation time, maybe even for a funeral, right? I don't have to worry about taking a monitor or a TV with me. I just got the projector and we can just turn off the lights like Teddy Pendergrass and we can watch our favorite movie and, or watch our slideshow and there you go. So just wanted to throw that out there to you and thought that this was something different that could be the new TV, if that makes sense. Not sure if it will be a hit, but it's the world's first Roku TV smart projector. That's all I can say. That's all I'm going to say, and I'm going to leave it at that. Hey guys, it is the Lab Tech Show. Hit that subscribe button, like, notification bell. Help me out. Will you help me? We made it to 641 subscribers, and we definitely appreciate it. It is the Lab Tech Show. Look, we try to bring you this technology every week and let you know what's coming down the pipeline. So whether it's helicopter Uber rides or TV smart projectors, or Roku TV smart projectors. This is what we're doing. We're just trying to bring you tech in a fun, exciting, easy breakdown way. So all we ask you to do is share the show with a few people. Will you embrace this technology? We got you. We're doing this in a language that you can understand. We're not trying to go over your head. We're just trying to have some fun with it, all right? That's all I'm saying. It is the Lab Tech Show. We're building. The question is, will you join us? All right? Will you join us? Oh, my God. Sheila Baker says, don't bring Teddy into this. I'm just saying, turn off the lights. Light a candle. That's all you need. Turn off the lights. Turn them off. Neither here nor there. The question is, somebody's going to do this. They're going to see $250, Roku. All I got to do is have my Wi-Fi. Great for college students. My first starter home. I don't have to buy the TV. I can just have this on my wall in my bedroom. Position the bed the right way. Boom. Put this in the living room up against that solid wall instead of putting up a painting. Somebody's going to do this. I guarantee you somebody's going to do that. That's all I'm saying. All right. Our next article that we have for the evening is AT&T AI Receptionist. Oh, my God. This is an interesting topic here. AT&T phone carrier, they say that they have a new service out called the AI Receptionist, and it will answer calls for you, and it will block your spam. AT&T got a new wave, and they're trying to help you out with all these spam calls. Basically, they cooked up this digital receptionist using AI to answer your phone for you. So instead of you having to figure out if it's a real person or some scammer, this AI bouncer, as we're going to call it, AI bouncer, will handle it. It'll ask questions, who's calling, and what you need, and then decides if it should let the call through to you, take a message, or just hang up on them. Now, you can even check out the live transcript in real time of the conversation to see if it's a conversation you want to have because you didn't recognize the number, but it's, oh, okay, it's the hospital. Oh, okay, it's a company or a call that I was expecting, right? And don't worry, you can make a do not screen list for your people and your family so the calls can come right on through. This whole thing is a test phase right now, but they got big dreams for it, and they would like to roll it out sooner than later. It's like having it make restaurant reservations for you. It's a whole new world. And basically, the main difference between AT&T's new AI and what's already out there, like the Google Pixel and apps like Truecaller, is where the work gets done. With Google Pixel's call screen, and even Apple has a new service out. I'm not sure what it's called, but they said that the AI is on your phone. That means your phone's got to be on. It's got to have some battery and be connected to the network for it to do its thing. It'll show you a live transcript, and you can tap to tell the bot what to say. And it's all happening on your device. Now, what AT&T does is it's a digital receptionist. It's on the network. That's the game-changing part, as they quote-unquote say, right? It's like having a bouncer at the club before you even get to the door. The AI intercepts the call before it even reaches your phone, and basically this means it doesn't matter if your phone is off, you got no service, or it's dead. The AI is still on the job. It handles the whole conversation and then only lets through what is legit. Now, if your phone is off, you can still get a live transcript or a live ring. So that's how you know if it's, a call that you want to deal with. Now, since the whole thing is network based, it's designed to still work for you even when your phone is powered down. So the AI can take messages for you. And basically they're saying This means that when you turn your phone back on, you'll get a notification, probably a text message or a voicemail that summarizes the call that came in. And it's like checking your email for a message from your assistant after you've been away from your desk. You'll get the rundown on who called, what they wanted, and then you can decide if you need to hit them back or not. So even if you're not connected, the AI is still on the clock, handling your business and making sure you don't miss out on what's important. Now, this is where it gets interesting. If you have a Pixel phone on AT&T, you're looking at two different layers of protection, but they don't exactly work together. Think of it like this. Two bouncers at the door. AT&T's network bouncer. This is the new AI receptionist. It's on the network, so it's the first line of defense, right? For any call trying to reach a number. It intercepts calls before they even get to your phone. It handles the screening and then decides whether or not to let the call through, take a message, or just hang up. Now, if you got the Pixel and you're on AT&T, this is your Pixel's on-device bouncer. This is Google's call screen. It only activates when a call actually hits your phone. So if a call gets past your AT&T network bouncer, your Pixel call screen can then jump in and do its own thing. So since AT&T feature is designed to work with any device that receives calls on AT&T network, it's probably going to take priority. The call will get screened at the network level first, and if it passes AT&T's test and gets patched through to your phone, then your Pixel's call screen could potentially take over. Now, it's not a bad thing. Basically, you got an extra layer of defense, and you'll get the benefit of AT&T's network-based summary for your calls you miss, and even if your phone is off. Now, the best part of this right here is since this thing is built directly into AT&T's network, it ain't got no preferences. It's not a phone-specific thing like Google's Pixel call screen. Basically, they're saying it works on any device that receives calls on the AT&T network. Let me see. I think that's all that I have for you over there. The question that I have for you over here is, do you think AT&T has something? Uh-oh, that's not what I meant to hit. Do you think AT&T has something with AI Receptionist? 1, oh my, I need this in my life. 2, AT&T needs to show a demo on how this works. 3, I would like to make the switch if I can eliminate the spam. 4, other carriers need to get this. Or 5, spam callers need a dose of their own medicine. 1 through 5. Let me know in the comments. What do you think? Do you think AT&T has something with AI Receptionist? Uh-oh, let's see what the comments are saying over here. Let's see what y'all saying. Y'all talking about Awesome Fun Thing says, I need that AI Receptionist. He says, can the AI Receptionist charge the caller $20 a minute to talk to me? You know what the funny thing is? I saw a video where when spam callers call, you know how you have to pay. How was it worded? Man, I'm about to mess this all up. The spammers were calling, and as they were calling, they had created a number, and I guess they made it to where it was SEO to where it could be spam. And what the person did was, it's like a nine. What is it? What was the pay line? What was that? What was that number? You had to pay to call. You were being charged per the minute. Well, I saw a video where the person created a number, and then the spammer was being actually charged by the minute for calling this person's phone. And the spammers had racked up X amount of dollars of charges just by calling this one number. So there's a video out. I have to find it. I may post it on my page or something like that, just showing what that person actually did. So that might be an idea. Maybe you create another number, Awesome Fun Things, and then say, hey, it's a charge to call this number, and then let the spammers call them and then call that number, and then they get hit with a bill at the end of the month. Let's see. Shirley P says, sound like customer service when I call for a live person to talk with. Yeah. Basically, it's your own customer service, Shirley. This could be something that you could look at and say, hey, I got an assistant now. And now the way AI is working, you can't even tell whether or not it's a real voice or not, right? You could barely tell. I'm using a software right now where the it's AI voices and you can't even tell that it's AI. And it talks so natural. And so I'm starting to incorporate that in some of my edited videos that I'm creating for customers. So that could be something that, this AI receptionist, if the voice sounds real and is not robotic, you got something. I was on the phone with the bank a couple months ago. They put me on hold. So I put them on hold with my Google Pixel. They have a feature called Hold for Me. And the gentleman was literally talking to my Hold for Me assistant. And that way I could have went on and just did what I needed to do. It was playing some music. And then when they came back, hello, how are you? And then the Hold for Me assistant person just came in. And while you got me on hold, I got you on hold. And then I made them go through a series of steps. And then the banker got mad at me, talking about, did you put me on hold? This is a recorded line. You can't do this. Well, you put me on hold. You mad at me? So I love my Pixel and I like the Hold for Me. There's some other services out there that, Truecaller is another one that you could use, that you may want to look into if you're looking for a service similar to what Google Pixel is doing. But this AT&T service, I think the cool thing about what this does is, as long as you have an AT&T phone, whether you have Apple, Android, or any one of the Android models, you're good to go. It does all the work behind the scenes. And so if it's a spam caller, if it's, unscreened call that you're not familiar with, then this is your opportunity for them to get a dose of their own medicine. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Y'all like that? Is that cool? Shirley P. Sheila Baker's like, wow, I like this. This is different. Let's see, what do we have here? We got a commercial that I would like for y'all to check out. I'm working on these AI commercials. What do you guys think of this? Does it look real or y'all not feeling it? Check this out.
Alexa, play my favorite R&B song. I learned what to buy so I can get my groove on.
The Lab Tech Show showed me how I can easily remember to take my meds. Well, look, I got my nudge.
Revis told me to expand my vocabulary. Do you see this bumptious driver?
I embraced it, and it saved me the walk to my gate. Tall boy drops gems.
I see you, Granddad, keeping up.
I'm not trying to get left behind.
It's time to cancel this subscription and make the switch to AI.
Better use of our money. The Lab Tech Show breaks down the latest tech, makes it simple, and keeps it real. For the culture, for everybody. Wednesdays at 8.
Uh-oh, here we go. Tall Boy got merch, y'all. Go to shop.tallboy.us. Pull out your phones. See that QR code? It'll take you right there. Shop.tallboy.us. You see Revis? He said he don't do ships. He do relation planes. Come on over there and check out some of our merch. I got a bag, y'all, ladies. Holiday season is coming on up. TBJ large tote bag. Come on, support me. It's got the pocket. Now, look, the one cool thing about this bag, oh my God, let me tell you. You see the bag? You see the pictures? You like it, Mama D? You see it, Sheila Baker? You see it, Shirley P? We got 2 sides. Now, y'all know when y'all buy them bags, you know it only got one image on one side, and it's got the plain color on the other side. This bag got 2 sides. Come on over here and shop with us. Shop.tallboy.us. We got other stuff now. Tallboy got some good merch over there. And we would love for you to come on over and support what we got going on. You know, Tallboy's favorite phrase, he don't have the bandwidth to deal with this, and tech is my energy, and balling on a budget. Come on over there, stay in your lane. That's Tallboy's second favorite phrase. He be talking to all the drivers saying, stay in your lane. Lord, I don't know what I'm going to do with him. So look, go on over there, shop.tallboy.us. All right, I'm telling you, it's something that you might want to get for the holiday season or going into the new year. Shop.tallboy.us. Back to you, Tallboy. Back to you.
All right, guys, we got one more article that we need to discuss. And this is good because last week, James was talking about the new iPhone, and the iPhone Air is going to be dropping this thing called eSIM, right? And when they drop this thing called eSIM, some people are like, what is the eSIM? Do you know what an eSIM is? Well, I know Awesome Fun Things knows what it is, but does anybody else know what an eSIM is? Let me know in the comments. What is an eSIM? Is it better than a physical SIM? And which phones are eSIM only? Well, we need to have a discussion on, if that makes sense. So quick thing here, this new iPhone Air 17 Air, they're coming out with it. The Pixel 10 just came out with an eSIM. Let me see if I can get my screen on here. There we go. So you guys already know the regular SIM card here, right? Just a regular SIM card that's right there. This is what people are using. Uh-oh, just dropped it out of my hand. This is what they got right there. And that's the regular SIM. That's what's in most people's phones, right? And so now they came out with this thing called eSIM. And the tech world is moving on up like the Jeffersons, y'all. And basically with this eSIM thing, companies like Google and Apple are ditching those tiny plastic SIM cards for good. The new iPhone Air is all about that eSIM life, even in places like China where they've been holding out. They haven't been, too keen on eSIM. And basically, eSIM is a digital version of the SIM card that's already built into your phone. That means you can add new phone numbers or switch carriers without having to pop open your phone and mess with those little itty bitty trays that's inside. And you can have that multiple number on one phone. So you can have a business line and a personal line, and all you're doing is just switching back and forth, which basically is a big move for people that like to travel or need a separate number. All right. It's not all perfect, but moving an eSIM to a new phone can be a little tricky. And some carriers still, they're saying they're not on board with making the process smooth. But with all these new phones dropping that are eSIM only, the carriers are going to have to get it, together real soon. You got to fix that problem. Especially when you're saying I'm leaving T-Mobile and I'm going to Verizon, or I'm leaving Boost and coming on up to AT&T, right? Apple is even giving us a reason to switch with the new iPhone 17 Pro, which has a bigger battery because it doesn't need the physical SIM card slot. And a lot of big carriers are already on board with this. Now in the United States, T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T, they're fully supporting it for most of their plans. And they've been on this for a minute, and even some of the smaller, more budget-friendly brands like Mint Mobile and Google Fi and Visible, they're also down with this as well. I'm not sure if Boost and Metro PCS is doing this, so we need to do some more investigating, right? Now, think about some of the phones that you see in places like Walmart or, prepaid brands. They may not have the invested technology yet. They may not have invested in that stuff yet. So their whole business model is based on selling cheap physical SIM kits in store. So you buy the phone, but then you got to also buy the SIM card. So those Walmart prepaid phones, the government-based phones, they're not on eSIM just yet. So the question is switching yourself. If you're staying on the same platform, like going from an old iPhone to a new iPhone or from Samsung to another, the process is usually smooth, shall they say. And Apple has this eSIM quick transfer feature where you just put the two phones next to each other and it handles the transfer with just a few taps. Android does the same thing and it's almost as easy as just swapping a physical SIM card. But if you're trying to switch platforms, like from Android to iPhone or vice versa, it gets a little bit more involved and you can't just wirelessly transfer the eSIM. Now, you probably have to hit up, the carrier that you're with and say, hey, can you give me this QR code or activation code? And then you can scan that with your new phone to get your service. Because remember, your phone number is connected to your eSIM. And if you're going to another carrier, you got to go through some steps. So the game is changing. Back in the day, if you had a physical SIM, you could just pop it out and put it into any compatible phone. No questions asked. And with the eSIM, you're a little bit more tied to your carrier's process. It's getting better, but as more companies get their systems right, the best advice is to check out your carrier's website or app for the exact steps, because they'll all do things a little different. Now, with my current Pixel 9, I have a SIM card in here, and I also have an eSIM capability. So if I wanted to pop out my SIM card, my phone number is attached to that SIM card. But what they're doing now is, hey, we have a bigger battery. It could be waterproof. It could be safer. Someone steals your phone, they take the SIM card, you're gone. At least with eSIM, it says if your phone gets lost or stolen or damaged, your eSIM is a lot safer than a physical SIM or a physical SIM card. But you can still, but you got to move quick. That's what they're saying. You got to move real quick now. They're saying for first things first, you got to lock that eSIM down immediately. You can do this by logging into your carrier's website or app from another device, or by calling their customer service line. Now, this shuts down the service on your old phone, so nobody can use your number, and it's a way for more secure. It's a way more secure than a physical SIM, which somebody stealing your phone can't just pop out and put in their own phone. So the old phone, they can put in a new SIM card and they can walk around with your phone. The eSIM, you call, shuts down the whole phone quickly. After you locked it down, you need to get a new eSIM profile for your replacement phone. The process for this depends on your carrier. So you got to call them up and you got to use the carrier's app, or you got to go do an in-store visit. So your number isn't on the phone, it's a digital profile, and that your carrier can manage. And so you don't lose your number, and it's a lot harder for someone else to mess with it. The process is a bit different than just swapping out the card, but it's often more secure and you can get it done without even leaving your house. The number of eSIMs that you can have on your phone is broken down into two parts. You can store up to 8 eSIMs on your phone. The Galaxy phones say they can hold up to 20. But the thing is, you can only have 2 of them active at the same time. So why would you need 20 eSIMs if you do a lot of traveling? Yeah, you might need some. I don't know anybody that needs that, but hey, this is where technology is going. They're going away from SIM cards, physical SIM cards, and they're going into eSIM. So when it comes to having them active, most new phones, especially the latest iPhones, 13 and up, Google Pixel 6 and up, you get, like I said, 2 eSIMs can be active at once. And this is called dual SIM standby, DSDS, which means both lines can receive calls and texts at the same time. You can have your personal number on one and your work or travel number on the other, and all active on the same phone without having to switch. Now, for your data, you'll just pick which of the 2 you just want to use at any given time. So you can store as many as up to 8 on most phones, up to 20 on Samsung phones, and then you can only have 2 of them active at the same time. And they're saying the main reason you go with an eSIM over a physical SIM card is for convenience and flexibility. This is what they're saying. No more fumbling. You don't have to deal with those tiny little plastic cards, such as this one here that I have in my hand, because this is in the card, but the SIM card is really, really small. And if you drop it, you got to put up a magnifying glass to try and find it, right? And they said you could travel like a pro. They said instead of hunting down a local SIM card store when you land in a new country, you can just download a data plan from a company like, I know this company because I've used them before, but you can download a data plan from a company called Arello, right to your phone. And you can get your regular phone number active on one SIM and the travel data plan on another. So you don't miss a beat. It's more secure. A physical SIM can be popped out by a thief, which makes it harder to track your stolen phone. And then with the eSIM, it's just locked to your device. A thief can't just take your number and put it in their phone. Dual SIM is easy. Want a separate line for work or for a side hustle? With an eSIM, you can have a personal and a business line on the same phone without a second physical card. Most new phones let you have two lines active at the same time. So that's kind of what an eSIM is. So as we're starting to go into this new technology of eSIM, this is something that I wanted to say, this is what it is. Let's have that conversation about it. And so then that way you're not like, I don't know what it does. What does this do? Do I really need that? So now look, I want to break this down and I don't want to be too long-winded about it, but it says you got to be, let me see, what is this saying? It's a whole different game with the, let me see. Here are 5 of the most well-known eSIM companies out there, especially for people who like globetrotting. There's a company called Arello, Holafly, Nomad, Saley, and Ubigi. Now, the thing about these people, they're on a different type of hustle because, and this is the difference between eSIM and then what eSIM services are when you travel abroad. All right, so that means Apple and Google are the ones building the car, while companies like Arello and the other ones are selling the gas. Apple and Google's role is basically saying, we are the device makers. They're the ones pushing the whole industry to go to eSIM only. Their goal is to make the phone itself better, whether that's the thinner design or the bigger battery. So by getting rid of the physical SIM card slot, they're basically setting the standard and making it easy for you to activate an eSIM from a regular carrier. All right. And then they're also saying that they're focused on the hardware and the core software that makes it all work. Now, with these eSIM companies, Arello, Holafly, and these other companies, they are what you call mobile virtual network operators. So MVNO. And those are the people for travelers. You don't own the cell tower or the network infrastructure. Instead, they buy the data in bulk from local carriers all over the world and then resell it to you in a smaller, more flexible package. Their whole business is about giving you easy, affordable way to get data when you're traveling without paying those crazy international roaming fees. So you're not going to use these services unless you're traveling abroad. You will have an eSIM. But if you want faster data when you travel abroad, that's when you would use one of these services. So right now, currently, or all the way up until eSIM launch, if you traveled abroad, you would use these SIM companies or eSIM companies, and then they would provide the data for you. Now, Apple and Google is saying, no, we're going to go eSIM only. So now we can have a bigger battery, which means you can have longer talk time or video playback time on your phone. You can have more security. So if your phone gets stolen, all you got to do is call us and we can lock the whole phone down as opposed to pulling that SIM card out, like I mentioned earlier. And it could also be waterproof. So right now, they say it's IP68, related, right? But now you could probably go swimming with the phones. I don't know why you would want to put your phone, go swimming with the phone, but maybe you dropped it in some water. Maybe that's why having this eSIM, it could probably have a waterproof phone. We're starting to go in those days. All right. So I'm just letting you guys know what's going on when it comes to eSIM. I know it's a lot. I know I'm talking, a lot about this, but I just want you guys to know what eSIM is. I don't want to go over your head, but when you start hearing what eSIM is, you have an idea of what this is and you know how to move accordingly and say, oh, okay, this is better protection for me. Let me see. Is there anything else I wanted to share with you with this? A little bit more. It was basically saying when you get an eSIM from AT&T or Verizon, that's your main long-term line with a phone number for calls and texts. So when you get one from that eSIM company, is usually just a temporary data plan, like a prepaid debit card for the internet that you'll just use for a specific trip. And basically, the real genius of Apple and Google's push is that it makes it easier to use the service from a company like the Arello or those other eSIM providers. You can have your regular phone number from your home carrier on one eSIM and a cheap data plan from one of those eSIM companies at the same time. You don't have to choose between them or mess with a physical card. You can get the best of both worlds. So eSIM technology, it's here. Not trying to go over your head. Just wanted to share with you what it is. All right. I know that I probably bored you with all of this stuff, but at the same token, I wanted you to know what it was. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of eSIM? It's here. And let us know what you think of it. What do you think of eSIM? Let me know in the comments. Let's see, what are the comments saying over here while I'm looking at that? All right, so I'm waiting on you guys to respond. So while I'm waiting on you guys to respond, is there anything else that we needed to do over here? Let's talk about the brands while I wait on you guys. Here we go. Hey guys, it's the brands. Check us out, Lab Tech Show, your live production, and tallboy.us. Feel free to check out those respective brands because this is how Tallboy moves, all right? Don't forget, we are on Spotify and YouTube podcasts at the Lab Tech Show, and also on Roku and Amazon at TBE Media. Don't forget, if you would like to support the show in any way, shape, form, or fashion, check us out, Tallboy Enterprises, or paypal.me at I am Tallboy. Just take your phone, scan the QR code, and you can Cash App us, whether it's small or large. Plain and simple, we accept all donations. Don't forget to think big, think tall, think tall boy. Why? Think big, believe in God. Think tall, the sky's the limit. And think tall boy because he said so and he's doing it. That's what's up. Let's see what we have here. eSIM means more room for more battery. That's right. That's exactly right. So that means your battery can be a lot. I think they were saying you get 2 extra hours of talk time. A video playback time on the iPhone 17. And then also, Lisa Maria says, I don't have the need for it, at least now. Right. So Lisa Maria, if I'm correct, you have like an iPhone 13 or iPhone 12 or something like that. You're going to probably eventually one day upgrade. And when you upgrade, you're not going to take that SIM card with you, right? The SIM card is going to be gone because the new phones are now pushing out eSIM only. Eventually, you're going to come over to this side of eSIM. Right now, I have the Pixel 9. If I would have jumped over to the Pixel 10, then I would have been eSIM only. Now, I don't know if I really like that, but at the same token, it does give you a little bit more security that if somebody steals your phone, you don't have to worry about, well, will I be able to track my phone? Because all they got to do is just pull the SIM card out and they're not going to be able to find it, right? So eventually you'll come over to eSIM. And right now, you may not need it, but it is coming sooner than later. When I upgrade to my next phone, which I pray for, will be a 16. Well, you don't want to move on up to the 17, Lisa Maria? You don't want to move on up that way? You never know. You got to speak it into existence, as they say. Speak it into existence. You never know. Somebody might bless you with it. You said it's the 16. Technology, this is where it's at. I know I'm ahead of the time. No one's not really talking about eSIM. I know they're not talking about AI receptionists. They're not talking about, what was the other topic that we had? Roku TV projectors. And they're not talking about taking flights on Uber. I am ahead of the curve. They're not doing this now. They'll talk about it by Christmas time. And when they talk about it Christmas or you see it again, you'll be like, what? They're doing what? I didn't know they were doing that. Yeah, we've already talked about that. So this is what we do for the Lab Tech Show. We try to stay ahead of the curve. This is technology that's rolling out now, and it may not come to market as of today or tomorrow, but we're trying to say when it does roll out, you got to hear it 3 or 4 times before you finally start to pay attention to it, right? And I'm not just trying to go over your head, I'm trying to break it down in a language that you can be like, hold up, $195 for a Uber helicopter for 5 minutes, and I don't have to sit in traffic? It might be worth it to somebody. College student need a projector instead of a TV? You got to think it's a cube. Why not? I don't have to carry a big TV up those steps in the dorm room. That AT&T AI receptionist, as Awesome Fun Thing said earlier, hey, I can have my phone off and it can screen all the calls for me. If that voice sounds natural, you got them. And then the eSIM, like I said, these phones, this is where they're going. 5 years from now, this is going to be a standard. We'll look back 2 or 3 years from now, and we're going to be like, what is an eSIM? Oh, man, Tallboy talked about this, and now it's really the masses are starting to get a hold of it. So that's kind of what it is. Time is money. Save time. Protect your time. That's what he says. I don't know if that's for the Fly with Uber or the ad field projectors. I don't know which one that is. Awesome Fun Things. She said, you're exactly right. We heard it here first. Card and phones. I'm following you, tall boy. Great breakthrough. Hey, this is where the technology is. This is how we do it every week. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. God willing, I'll see you guys next week. Everybody be safe out there. Enjoy your time. Remember, we have 72 more days till Black Friday, 99 days till Christmas. So start planning accordingly. That's all I can really tell you. Start planning accordingly. Don't say Black Friday snuck up on me. You got 72 days until Black Friday, 99 days until Christmas. Start figuring out what people want on their Christmas wish list. Start figuring out, what you want. And, however you want to spend your money, spend your money. That's all I can say. And please, next week, send 2 or 3 people over this way. Share the link with a couple of people. Let them know what we're doing. And don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you, Awesome Fun Things. I've been watching you all for the last 2 weeks. And every week you say, don't forget to hit that like button. Let the algorithm know that we're here. So please hit that like button and share the show with a few people. And if you would like to support in any way, form possible, you see the links right there in the description. And don't forget, the articles are in the description. So if you want to go back and read any of these articles, the articles are right there for you. All right. The articles are there. You can see it. And we're just here to provide value. Prime Day is in October. Yeah, October 7th and 8th or October 8th and 9th. Yes, you're right. It is. So this is a good time to get your Christmas wish list. I think I only got 1 or 2 things in my Prime shopping cart. I've actually kind of shifted my focus into SaaS tools and that's called software as a service, as opposed to physical products. And I think for the microphone, it's something with my microphone. It's supposed to give it that crystal clear sound. And I forgot the name of the brand. See if I can find it real quick. Awesome Fun Things. You know this because James Hicks was on the show last week, and his microphone sounds it just makes him sound like $1 million. And I got to go tap in and see if I can level up my voice with this microphone. So in my cart, I have this thing called Off-Kosh microphone preamp booster. So that's one of the things that is actually in my cart that I said I might wait till Prime Day to go get. See if it comes down from the $45, $50 price range. Maybe I can get it down to $39.99. You never know. Neither here nor there. It is another edition of the Lab Tech Show. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. Mama D, I see you. Thank you for pulling up. Lisa Maria, I see you out there in the streets. Shirley and Awesome Fun Things was first and second, respectfully. Oh, no, Hit the Spot 1006 was here. Anyway, thank y'all for tapping in. I love y'all.
You already know.
Yeah, it's a cloud lifter, Awesome Fun Things. Yeah, just the company name is called Offkosh. Yeah, shout out to Chris Stone. I'm out.